Have you ever felt trapped by your own thoughts? Do you sometimes wonder if your mind is holding you back from achieving your true potential? What if the secret to unlocking your mental power was discovered thousands of years ago by ancient philosophers? Imagine being able to control your thoughts, remain calm under pressure, and see life from a completely different perspective. Wouldn't that be powerful? Today, we are diving into Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, offering wisdom that can help you break free from mental limitations. But here's the real question. Are you ready to see the world differently? Are you prepared to take control of your mind, and in doing so, take control of your life? In today's world, our minds are constantly bombarded with distractions, doubts, and fears. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, trapped by our own thoughts. But what if you could learn to see things as they are, without letting emotions cloud your judgment? What if you could find strength, even in the face of life's challenges? The ancient Stoics believed this was possible, and they left behind powerful lessons on how to master your mind. But before we dive into these secrets, ask yourself, what would your life look like if you could remain calm in chaos? How much more could you achieve if you weren't held back by fear or doubt? The truth is, our greatest limitations are often self-imposed. We build mental walls based on our fears, anxieties, and perceptions. But here's the good news. Stoicism teaches that these walls are just illusions. They can be broken down. You can free your mind from unnecessary worry, anger, and pain. How? By changing the way you think. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once asked himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So the question isn't whether life will challenge you. It's how you will choose to respond. Are you ready to unlock the true power of your mind? You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. This quote holds a timeless truth. In a world full of chaos, uncertainty, and change, the one thing you can always control is your mind. Marcus Aurelius understood that life is unpredictable. Things don't always go as planned. People can be unkind. Situations can be unfair. But no matter what happens on the outside, you have the power to decide how you will think about it. You can choose how to react. This is the key to mental freedom. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, also knew the importance of controlling your thoughts. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that events themselves are neutral. It's our interpretation of them that gives them power over us. For example, failure can be seen as a devastating defeat or as a valuable lesson. The choice is yours. By changing your perspective, you can change your reality. This is how the Stoics remained calm in chaos, resilient in hardship, and wise in the face of uncertainty. Imagine the freedom that comes with this mindset. If you can master your thoughts, you can master your emotions. If you can master your emotions, you can master your actions. And if you can master your actions, you can master your life. This is why the Stoics placed so much emphasis on inner control. They knew that happiness, peace, and strength come from within, not from external circumstances. As Seneca wisely stated, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Gratitude and perspective are powerful tools in unlocking your mind's potential. The Stoics were not detached or emotionless, as some people mistakenly believe. They felt emotions just like everyone else, but they did not allow their emotions to control them. Instead, they focused on rational thinking, acceptance, and inner peace. They trained their minds to see beyond immediate reactions and look at the bigger picture. This is why Marcus Aurelius could remain calm as a Roman emperor facing wars, plagues, and political betrayal. He knew that his power lay not in controlling the world, but in controlling his mind. And this is a lesson that applies just as much today as it did thousands of years ago. Welcome to this journey of unlocking your mind's true potential through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Today, we are diving deep into ancient secrets that have helped some of the greatest thinkers, leaders, and warriors of all time master their minds. From Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, to Epictetus, the slave-turned-scholar, the Stoics knew how to rise above life's challenges with wisdom and courage. And now, you can learn to do the same. But first, let's clear up one common misconception. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent to life. It's about mastering your emotions so that they don't master you. It's about seeing things as they truly are, without being clouded by fear, anger, or desire. Why is this so powerful? Because your thoughts shape your reality. If you believe you are powerless, you will act powerless. If you see obstacles as setbacks, they will hold you back. But if you can learn to control your thoughts, you can shape your destiny. This is not just philosophy. It's practical wisdom. It's the key to mental freedom. It's the secret to achieving calmness in chaos, courage in fear, and strength in weakness. And today, you're going to learn exactly how to do it using proven Stoic techniques. We live in a world full of noise, distractions, and negativity. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or defeated. But Stoicism teaches that peace and power come from within. It teaches us to focus only on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. Everything else is just noise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is more than just a motivational quote. It's a call to action. It's a reminder that you have the power to shape your experiences by choosing your thoughts wisely. In this video, we're going to explore powerful Stoic secrets that will help you break free from mental limitations. You will learn how to control your perception, focus on what truly matters, and build unshakable mental strength. You will discover how to turn challenges into opportunities and pain into growth. You will learn how to stay calm when the world around you is in chaos. And by the end of this journey, you will understand why Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca were able to face life's greatest challenges with courage, wisdom, and grace. So, if you're ready to break free from doubt, fear, and negativity, if you're ready to unlock your mind's full potential, then stay with me. This is not just another motivational talk. This is ancient wisdom proven by time and tested by life's hardest challenges. This is Stoicism, the philosophy of the mind. And today, it's your key to mental freedom. Are you ready to unlock your mind's true power? Let's get started. Control your perception. One of the most powerful Stoic secrets for unlocking your mind's potential is the ability to control your perception. But what does that really mean? Perception is how you see and interpret the world around you. It's the lens through which you experience everything: your successes, failures, joys, and challenges. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can always control how we choose to see it. This idea is more than just positive thinking. It's about seeing things clearly and rationally without letting emotions distort your view. Epictetus once said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." This means that events themselves are neutral. It's our interpretation of them that causes us joy or pain. Imagine two people facing the same situation, a job loss. One might see it as a devastating failure, a sign of personal inadequacy. The other might see it as an opportunity to explore new paths or learn valuable lessons. The event is the same, but the experience is completely different because of how they perceive it. This is the power of perception. It shapes our reality. The Stoics taught that if you can control your perception, you can control your emotional response. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, faced countless challenges during his reign, from wars to plagues. Yet he remained calm and composed. How? He understood that it wasn't the events that disturbed him, but his judgments about them. He wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." In other words, you decide what meaning you give to each event in your life. You have the power to see challenges as obstacles or as opportunities for growth. Controlling your perception is not about ignoring reality or pretending that everything is fine. It's about seeing things as they truly are, without letting fear, anger, or other emotions cloud your judgment. This doesn't mean you won't feel emotions. Stoics were human too. They felt pain, loss, and disappointment, but they did not let these emotions control them. Instead, they practiced viewing situations from a rational and objective perspective. They asked themselves, what is within my control and what is not? By focusing only on what they could control, their thoughts and actions, they freed themselves from unnecessary suffering. Imagine the power this gives you. If someone insults you, you can choose to feel hurt and offended, or you can see their words as just noise, meaningless, unless you give them power. If you face a setback, you can choose to see it as a failure or as feedback that helps you grow. By controlling your perception, you take back your power. You no longer react automatically to events. You respond with wisdom and strength. This is how the Stoics remained calm in chaos and resilient in hardship. But how do you practice controlling your perception? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your initial reactions and judgments. Notice how quickly your mind labels events as good or bad. This automatic labeling is often based on past experiences, fears, or desires. To break free from this habit, challenge your first impressions. Ask yourself, is this really as bad as I think? Am I reacting to the event or to my interpretation of it? By questioning your perceptions, you create space between the event and your reaction. This space is where your power lies. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to look at things as they are, not as he wished them to be. In his meditations, he wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This mindset helps you separate facts from emotions. For example, if someone criticizes you, the fact is that words were spoken, but your emotional response depends on your interpretation. Do you see it as an attack on your self-worth or as feedback that you can learn from? The choice is yours. This practice of seeing things clearly also applies to desires and fears. We often suffer more from our imagination than from reality. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about it. How many times have you worried about something that never actually happened? Our minds create worst-case scenarios, amplifying fear and anxiety. By controlling your perception, you stop these fears from taking over. You see things as they are, not as your imagination makes them out to be. One powerful Stoic exercise for controlling perception is called the view from above. This involves mentally stepping back from a situation and seeing it from a higher perspective, like looking down from a mountaintop. This helps you realize how small most problems really are in the grand scheme of life. Marcus Aurelius used this technique to remind himself that his problems were just a tiny part of the vast universe. He wrote, "How ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life." This perspective helps you avoid overreacting to minor inconveniences or setbacks. Another technique is to separate events into two categories: things you can control and things you cannot. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. For example, you cannot control other people's actions, but you can control your response. You cannot control the past or the future, but you can control what you do in the present moment. By focusing only on what you can control, you free yourself from unnecessary worry and frustration. You become mentally strong and resilient because external events no longer dictate your happiness or peace of mind. But don't mistake this for passive acceptance. Stoicism is about taking action where you have power and accepting where you don't. It's about using reason and virtue to guide your decisions. This is how you stay calm in chaos, courageous in fear, and strong in weakness. Marcus Aurelius led armies and ruled an empire using these principles. He didn't control everything that happened, but he controlled his mind. And by doing so, he shaped his destiny. As you practice controlling your perception, you will notice a powerful change. You will no longer be a prisoner of your emotions, fears, or desires. You will respond to life's challenges with wisdom, strength, and grace. You will see setbacks as opportunities for growth. You will see criticism as feedback for improvement. You will see pain as a chance to build resilience. And most importantly, you will unlock your mind's true potential. By mastering your perception, you take the first step to mastering your mind. You become the architect of your thoughts, the captain of your emotions, and the creator of your destiny. As Epictetus taught, who then is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside his reasoned choice. This is the power of Stoicism. This is the secret to unlocking your mind's potential. And this is just the beginning of your journey to mental freedom. Focus on what you can control. One of the most powerful teachings of Stoicism is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. This simple yet profound idea has the power to transform your life and unlock your mind's potential. But why is it so important? The Stoics understood that most of our suffering comes not from events themselves, but from our desire to control the uncontrollable. When you try to control things outside your power, like other people's actions, the past, or even the weather, you set yourself up for frustration and disappointment. But when you focus only on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions, you find peace and strength. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." This means that true freedom comes from knowing what you control and what you don't. Imagine how much stress you could avoid if you stopped worrying about other people's opinions or uncontrollable events. Think about how much energy you could save if you focused only on your efforts and not on the outcomes. This is the secret to mental freedom. The Stoics divided life into two categories: things within your control and things outside of it. Within your control are your thoughts, actions, attitudes, and responses. Outside your control are everything else: other people's opinions, the past, the future, and external events. When you focus on what you can control, You take responsibility for your life. You become proactive rather than reactive. Instead of blaming others or circumstances, you ask yourself, what can I do about this? This shift in mindset empowers you to take action without wasting energy on things you cannot change. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, faced countless challenges during his reign, from wars to plagues. Yet he remained calm and wise by focusing only on what he could control, his decisions and actions. In his meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This insight helped him navigate chaos with composure and lead with courage. He did not waste time worrying about things beyond his control. Instead, he focused on his duty, his virtues, and his choices. One powerful example of this principle is how Marcus Aurelius handled criticism. As an emperor, he was constantly judged by others, but he didn't let their opinions affect his peace of mind. Why? Because he understood that people's opinions were outside his control. He wrote, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others." By valuing his own principles over others' opinions, he remained true to himself and his purpose. This wisdom applies to your life too. How often do you worry about what others think of you? How often do you feel stressed about things you cannot change? The truth is, you can't control how people see you or what they say about you. But you can control how you respond. You can choose to stay calm, confident, and focused on your path. When you stop trying to control others and focus on your actions, you gain freedom from unnecessary stress. But how do you practice this in everyday life? Start by separating what you can control from what you cannot. For example, you cannot control the traffic, but you can control how you react to it. You can listen to music, use the time to learn something new with a podcast, or practice patience. You cannot control the outcome of a job interview, but you can control how well you prepare and how confidently you present yourself. By focusing on your efforts instead of the results, you reduce anxiety and perform better. This mindset also applies to failure. The Stoics taught that failure is not the end, but feedback. You cannot control every outcome, but you can control how you learn from it. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you fail, don't waste time blaming others or feeling defeated. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? By focusing on your growth, you turn setbacks into stepping stones. This principle is especially powerful when dealing with difficult people. You cannot control others' actions, but you can control your response. You can choose to stay calm, not take things personally, and respond with wisdom. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In the same way, it is not the situation that stresses you, but your desire to control it. When you let go of that desire, you find peace. One effective Stoic exercise for practicing this principle is called negative visualization. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios to prepare your mind for any outcome. For example, if you are worried about losing a job, imagine what would happen if it actually occurred. You may realize that while it would be difficult, it's not the end of the world. You would find a way to move forward. This exercise reduces fear and anxiety because you are mentally prepared for any outcome. Another technique is to focus on your virtues rather than results. The Stoics believed that true success comes from living virtuously, not from external achievements. You cannot control how others react to your actions, but you can control your intentions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter." This means that as long as you act with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline, the outcome is irrelevant. You find peace knowing you did your best. This mindset is not about giving up on your goals. It's about focusing on the process rather than the outcome. It's about putting your energy into things you can control, like your efforts, attitude, and integrity, and letting go of things you cannot. This way, you stay motivated and resilient, no matter what challenges you face. You don't waste energy on regrets or worries. You stay present, focused, and productive. When you master the art of focusing on what you can control, you unlock your mind's full potential. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the creator of your destiny. You find peace amidst chaos, strength in adversity, and freedom from unnecessary worries. You become mentally tough, emotionally resilient, and spiritually grounded. As Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By mastering your focus, you master your life. This is the power of Stoicism. This is the secret to unlocking your mind's potential. And this is just the beginning of your journey to mental freedom. Practice negative visualization. One of the most unique and powerful practices in Stoicism is negative visualization. At first, it may sound strange to imagine bad things happening, but this ancient technique holds the key to building mental strength and unlocking your mind's potential. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum as the Stoics called it, is about preparing your mind for any challenge life throws your way. It's not about being pessimistic or inviting misfortune. It's about training yourself to stay calm and resilient no matter what happens. The Stoics believed that by imagining worst-case scenarios, you could better appreciate what you have and be ready to face any hardship. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "What is quite unlooked for is more crushing in its effect, and unexpectedness adds to the weight of a disaster." In other words, when something bad catches you by surprise, it hurts more. But if you've already imagined the possibility, you're mentally prepared and can handle it with grace. Imagine how powerful this can be in your life. Think about the things you fear the most: losing your job, failing at a project, or even the death of a loved one. These are difficult thoughts, but by imagining them, you don't make them more likely to happen. Instead, you lessen their power over you. If they do happen, you won't be caught off guard. If they don't, you feel grateful for what you have. Negative visualization is a mental exercise that prepares you for life's uncertainties. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, practiced this technique daily. In his meditations, he wrote, "Begin each day by telling yourself, 'Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil.'" By expecting difficulties, he was never surprised or disappointed by human behavior. He could keep his calm, respond with wisdom, and stay focused on his purpose. But how exactly do you practice negative visualization? Start by imagining the loss of something or someone you value. For example, imagine losing your job. Picture the emotions you would feel: fear, frustration, or sadness. Then ask yourself, how would I handle it? What could I do next? By visualizing the situation, you mentally prepare yourself and reduce the fear surrounding it. You realize that while it would be difficult, it wouldn't be the end of the world. You would survive and find a way forward. This practice helps you build resilience. When you imagine setbacks, you learn to see them as challenges rather than tragedies. You prepare strategies for overcoming them, and you build confidence in your ability to handle adversity. Epictetus said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." Negative visualization lets you face those difficulties in your mind first, so when they happen in real life, you're ready. Another powerful way to practice negative visualization is to imagine life without the people or things you love. This might seem harsh, but it teaches you to appreciate them more. Imagine losing a close friend, a family member, or even your health. Picture your life without them. Feel the emptiness, the sorrow. Then, return to the present moment and realize they are still with you. This makes you more grateful and mindful. You stop taking people and things for granted. Seneca advised, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand." By imagining loss, you become more present and loving. You hug your loved ones a little tighter. You listen to them more attentively. You value your health and take better care of yourself. You live fully because you realize that nothing is permanent. Negative visualization is not about feeling sad. It's about deepening your gratitude and awareness. This practice also helps you let go of unnecessary worries. Many times, we fear the unknown. We worry about things that might never happen, and this anxiety holds us back. But when you visualize the worst, you face that fear head-on. You break its illusion of power. You realize that even in the worst-case scenario, you would still have the strength to carry on. You free yourself from needless anxiety. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not disturb yourself by imagining the whole of your life. Never let your mind run on all the miseries which await you. Instead, do what is before you, clearly and justly." Negative visualization helps you do exactly that. By imagining potential misfortunes, you stop fearing them. You focus on the present, on what you can control, and on living virtuously. You don't waste time worrying about what might happen. It's important to remember that negative visualization is not about dwelling on negative thoughts. It's about briefly visiting them to prepare your mind and then returning to the present moment with a renewed sense of gratitude and focus. You don't stay in the negative scenario. You learn from it and move forward. This is how you build mental toughness and emotional resilience. To practice this regularly, take a few minutes every day to visualize a loss or setback. It could be something small, like losing a possession, or something big, like a major life change. Imagine it vividly, how it would feel, how it would affect your daily life. Then remind yourself that this is just a possibility, not a reality. Return to the present with gratitude and awareness. You will notice that your worries decrease and your appreciation for life increases. Negative visualization also prepares you for success. How? By helping you avoid complacency. When you imagine losing what you've achieved, you are reminded of its value. You become more motivated to protect it, to work harder, and to improve yourself. You don't take your achievements for granted. You become more humble and diligent. This practice has helped countless Stoic thinkers, warriors, and leaders stay strong in the face of adversity. It helped Seneca face exile, Epictetus endure slavery, and Marcus Aurelius lead through wars and plagues. They were not fearless because they avoided thinking about loss. They were fearless because they had already faced it in their minds. They were prepared for anything. By practicing negative visualization, you unlock your mind's potential to face challenges with courage and clarity. You stop living in fear of what might happen and start living fully in the present. You become grateful for what you have and resilient to whatever comes next. You realize that no external event can break you because you are mentally prepared for all possibilities. This is the power of negative visualization. This is the Stoic secret to unshakable peace of mind. When you learn to face the worst in your mind, nothing can defeat you in real life. This practice does not make you pessimistic. It makes you powerful. It teaches you to live with courage, gratitude, and resilience, and it helps you unlock the full potential of your mind. Embrace discomfort and challenges. One of the most powerful Stoic secrets to unlocking your mind's potential is learning to embrace discomfort and challenges. In today's world, we are surrounded by comfort and convenience. We avoid pain, seek pleasure, and run away from anything that feels difficult. But the Stoics believed that true growth comes from facing challenges head-on. They knew that avoiding discomfort only makes you weaker, while embracing it makes you stronger. This mindset can transform your life and help you reach your highest potential. The Stoics practice something called voluntary discomfort. This means intentionally exposing yourself to hardship to toughen your mind and body. For example, they would sleep on the floor instead of a comfortable bed, wear simple clothing, or fast from food for a day. The purpose wasn't to suffer, but to train themselves to be less dependent on luxury. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself all the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" By doing this, they learned that discomfort is not as terrible as it seems. Think about it. Most of our fears are about discomfort. We fear failure because it hurts our ego. We fear rejection because it makes us feel unloved. We fear change because it brings uncertainty. But when you practice discomfort, you realize that these fears are illusions. You learn that you are stronger than you think. You build resilience, and you stop letting fear control your life. This is the power of embracing discomfort. The Stoics also believed that challenges are opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that obstacles are not meant to stop you. They are meant to teach you. Every challenge you face has a lesson to offer. When you see difficulties as teachers, you stop complaining and start learning. You become more adaptable, resourceful, and powerful. For example, when you face criticism, don't see it as an attack. See it as a chance to learn about your weaknesses and improve yourself. When you encounter failure, don't see it as defeat. See it as a lesson that brings you closer to success. When you experience loss or pain, don't see it as punishment. See it as an opportunity to develop strength and resilience. This mindset shift changes everything. It turns every hardship into a stepping stone for greatness. Embracing discomfort also helps you overcome laziness and procrastination. Most of us avoid hard work because it feels uncomfortable. We choose distractions because they are easy. But the Stoics believed that discipline is the path to freedom. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly. Success requires patience, effort, and perseverance." When you learn to embrace discomfort, you stop making excuses. You get things done, even when you don't feel like it. One powerful way to practice this is through physical training. The Stoics believed that challenging the body also strengthens the mind. This is why they practiced rigorous exercise and endured physical discomfort. Today, you can do the same by working out regularly, taking cold showers, or fasting occasionally. These practices teach you to endure discomfort and develop mental toughness. You learn to control your impulses, resist temptations, and push through pain. This makes you stronger, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Seneca advised, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. When you embrace discomfort, you stop avoiding challenges. You start seeking them out because you know they make you stronger. You stop complaining about problems and start solving them. You become more confident because you know you can handle anything life throws at you. You become unstoppable. Another important aspect of embracing discomfort is facing your fears. The Stoics believed that fear is the biggest obstacle to personal growth. But the only way to overcome fear is to face it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Most of our fears are about things that never happen. We imagine the worst and let it paralyze us. But when you face your fears, they lose their power over you. For example, if you fear public speaking, start by speaking in front of a small group. If you fear rejection, intentionally put yourself in situations where you might face rejection, like applying for jobs or asking for feedback. By facing your fears, you build courage. You realize that failure and rejection are not the end of the world. They are just experiences that help you grow. You become less sensitive to criticism and more confident in who you are. This is the Stoic way of building courage and mental strength. It's about training your mind to handle discomfort instead of avoiding it. It's about becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. This doesn't mean you should seek pain or suffering. It means you should stop running away from challenges. When you face them, you grow stronger and wiser. One practical way to do this is to set daily challenges for yourself. These don't have to be extreme. Small challenges work just as well. For example, challenge yourself to wake up an hour earlier, avoid social media for a day, or take on a difficult task at work. These small discomforts build discipline and resilience. They train your mind to face bigger challenges without fear. Embracing discomfort also teaches you patience. We live in a world of instant gratification, where we expect quick results. But true success takes time. It requires perseverance and delayed gratification. When you learn to embrace discomfort, you become more patient. You stop giving up when things get hard. You learn to endure the process, no matter how long it takes. This is how the Stoics achieved greatness. They endured exile, poverty, illness, and even death with courage and dignity. They did not seek comfort. They sought strength and wisdom. They used every hardship as a training ground for their minds. They grew stronger with every challenge because they knew that nothing worth achieving comes easily. When you embrace discomfort, you unlock the full potential of your mind. You stop being controlled by fear and laziness. You become more resilient, disciplined, and courageous. You face life's challenges with confidence and grace. You stop running away from pain and start using it to grow. This is the Stoic secret to greatness. Epictetus summed it up perfectly. Difficulties are what show men's character. Therefore, when a difficulty falls upon you, remember that God, like a trainer of wrestlers, has matched you with a rough young man. Why? So that you may become an Olympic conqueror. But it is not accomplished without sweat. This is the essence of Stoicism. Embrace discomfort, face challenges, grow stronger, unlock your mind's potential. When you master this mindset, nothing can stop you. You become unbreakable. You realize that the path to greatness is not through comfort, but through courage and perseverance. You learn to rise above pain, failure, and fear. You become the master of your own destiny. This is the power of embracing discomfort and challenges. This is the way of the Stoic warrior. Practice gratitude and acceptance. One of the most powerful Stoic secrets to unlocking your mind's potential is to practice gratitude and acceptance. In today's world, people are constantly chasing more wealth, more success, more comfort. But the Stoics believed that true happiness comes from appreciating what you already have. They taught that by being grateful and accepting life as it is, you find peace and contentment. This mindset helps you break free from anxiety, envy, and dissatisfaction. It makes you stronger, wiser, and happier. The Stoics practiced gratitude daily. They believed that every day is a gift, and everything you have is borrowed from the universe. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours." This quote reminds us that we often take things for granted. We focus on what we lack instead of being grateful for what we have. Think about it. Most of our stress and unhappiness come from wanting more. We want more money, more success, more recognition. But even when we get what we want, we quickly move on to wanting something else. This endless cycle of desire keeps us dissatisfied. Practicing gratitude breaks this cycle. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. You learn to appreciate the present moment instead of always chasing the next big thing. The Stoics believed that gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It's about recognizing the value of everything in your life, big or small. It's about being thankful for the people who support you, the challenges that help you grow, and even the struggles that make you stronger. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This mindset helps you find joy in every situation. One powerful way to practice gratitude is by journaling. The Stoics were big believers in daily reflection. At the end of each day, they would write down what they were grateful for. You can do the same by listing 3 things you are thankful for every night. These don't have to be big achievements. They can be simple things like a good conversation, a meal you enjoyed, or even the fact that you are alive and healthy. This practice trains your mind to focus on the positive. It rewires your brain to see abundance instead of lack. Gratitude also helps you build better relationships. When you appreciate the people around you, you become more loving, kind, and empathetic. You stop taking others for granted, and you start valuing them more. This makes you more attractive as a person. People are naturally drawn to those who are positive and appreciative. You inspire others by showing gratitude, and this creates a cycle of positivity and kindness. The Stoics also practiced acceptance. They understood that not everything in life is under our control. You can't control other people's actions, the weather, or unexpected events, but you can control how you respond to them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This teaches us to accept life as it is, without resistance or complaint. Acceptance is not about giving up or being passive. It's about recognizing reality and adapting to it. It's about letting go of the need to control everything. When you accept life's ups and downs, you become more resilient. You stop wasting energy on things you cannot change, and you focus on what you can control: your actions, your thoughts, and your attitude. This makes you more powerful and peaceful. One practical way to practice acceptance is to remind yourself daily of what is in your control and what is not. Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This simple truth helps you separate your worries into two categories. For example, you can control your effort, but you cannot control the outcome. You can control your attitude, but you cannot control how others treat you. By focusing only on what you can control, you reduce stress and anxiety. Acceptance also helps you let go of the past and stop worrying about the future. Most people suffer because they are stuck in regret or fear. They replay past mistakes or worry about what might happen tomorrow. But the Stoics taught that the past is gone and the future is uncertain. All you have is the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This means living fully in the now, without regrets or fears. When you accept the present moment, you find peace. You stop resisting reality and start flowing with it. You learn to embrace whatever comes your way, whether it's success or failure, joy or pain. This makes you stronger because you stop being a victim of circumstances. You realize that nothing can break you unless you allow it to. You become unshakable. Gratitude and acceptance together create a powerful mindset. When you are grateful, you focus on what you have instead of what you lack. When you practice acceptance, you adapt to life instead of fighting it. This combination makes you unstoppable. You become happier, more resilient, and more courageous. You stop complaining and start thriving. Another powerful way to practice gratitude and acceptance is through mindfulness. The Stoics believed in being fully present in each moment. They practiced meditation and self-reflection to become aware of their thoughts and emotions. This helped them accept life without judgment or resistance. You can do the same by practicing mindfulness daily. Take a few minutes to sit quietly, focus on your breath, and observe your thoughts without reacting to them. This helps you cultivate inner peace and gratitude. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. When you are grateful for the present moment and accept it as it is, you become truly happy. You stop chasing after illusions, and you start living fully. Practicing gratitude and acceptance also helps you overcome envy and jealousy. Most people compare themselves to others and feel unhappy because they think others have more. But the Stoics taught that comparison is the thief of joy. When you focus on what others have, you forget to appreciate your own blessings. Gratitude helps you break free from this toxic cycle. By practicing gratitude and acceptance, you unlock your mind's potential. You learn to be happy regardless of your circumstances. You become more adaptable, courageous, and wise. You find peace in the present moment and stop being controlled by fear or desire. You become the master of your thoughts and emotions. This is the Stoic secret to a powerful mind. Epictetus summed it up beautifully. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. This is the essence of Stoicism. Be grateful, accept life as it is, find peace in the present moment. When you master this mindset, you unlock unlimited potential within you. You become unbreakable, unstoppable, and truly free. As we reach the end of this journey into the Stoic secrets to unlock your mind's potential, let's recap what we've learned. We explored the power of controlling your perception, understanding that how you see the world shapes your reality. Marcus Aurelius taught us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By mastering your mind and choosing empowering thoughts, you take control of your emotions and actions. This is the first step to unlocking limitless potential. We then moved on to the importance of focusing on what you can control. In a world full of chaos and uncertainty, the Stoics remind us that true power comes from within. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This mindset frees you from stress and anxiety because you no longer waste energy on things beyond your control. You become more resilient and effective in all areas of life. Next, we discussed practicing negative visualization, a technique that helps you prepare for life's challenges and appreciate what you have. By imagining the worst-case scenarios, you learn to face fear with courage and gratitude. Seneca wisely said, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand." This practice builds mental toughness and helps you handle any situation with calmness and confidence. We also explored the value of embracing discomfort and challenges. The Stoics believed that true growth comes from stepping out of your comfort zone. When you willingly face difficulties, you become stronger and more adaptable. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful lesson teaches you to see obstacles as opportunities for growth and improvement. Finally, we learned about the transformative power of gratitude and acceptance. By being grateful for what you have and accepting life as it is, you find peace and happiness in the present moment. You stop chasing external things for fulfillment and realize that true contentment comes from within. Epictetus beautifully said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This wisdom helps you live a life of abundance and joy. These Stoic principles are more than just philosophical ideas. They are practical tools for mastering your mind and life. They teach you how to face challenges, handle negative emotions, and find peace amidst chaos. They show you how to be strong, wise, and unshakable. When you practice these principles daily, you unlock the full potential of your mind. You become the master of your destiny. But remember, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or being indifferent. It's about understanding your emotions and choosing your response. It's about staying calm and rational in the face of adversity. The Stoics didn't teach people to be emotionless. They taught people to be emotionally intelligent. They believed that by mastering your emotions, you gain freedom from suffering. As you continue your journey of self-mastery, remember that Stoicism is a lifelong practice. It's about progress, not perfection. Marcus Aurelius himself admitted to struggling with anger and frustration, but he kept working on himself every day. This shows that even the wisest minds were human. The goal is not to be flawless, but to be better than you were yesterday. Applying Stoic principles requires patience and discipline. It means reflecting on your thoughts, questioning your assumptions, and choosing the most rational response. It means embracing discomfort, letting go of what you cannot control, and finding gratitude in every moment. It's a continuous journey of growth and improvement. But every step you take makes you wiser and stronger. These teachings are not limited to ancient philosophers. They are timeless truths that apply to our modern lives. Whether you are facing personal struggles, career challenges, or emotional turmoil, Stoicism provides practical wisdom to navigate life with strength and grace. It teaches you to be adaptable, courageous, and resilient. It shows you how to rise above negativity and find peace within yourself. The beauty of Stoicism is its simplicity. It doesn't require complicated rituals or beliefs. It only asks you to look within and master your mind. It empowers you to create your own happiness and success, regardless of external circumstances. It reminds you that the power to live a fulfilled life is already within you. You just need to unlock it. As you embrace Stoicism, you will notice a powerful shift in your mindset. You will stop reacting impulsively and start responding thoughtfully. You will stop worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. You will find peace in the present moment. You will become more resilient to criticism, rejection, and failure because you understand that these are not reflections of your worth. You will learn to live with purpose and courage, just like the great Stoic philosophers. As we conclude, remember the words of Seneca: "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This quote beautifully captures the essence of Stoicism. Life is a continuous journey of learning, growing, and becoming better. Every day is an opportunity to practice wisdom, courage, and self-mastery. Every moment is a chance to unlock more of your mind's potential. Before we end, ask yourself, what would your life look like if you fully embraced these Stoic principles? How would you handle challenges, relationships, and emotions? How much more powerful, peaceful, and purposeful would you become? These are questions worth reflecting on because they hold the key to transforming your life. Now is the time to take action. Start practicing what you've learned today. Control your perception. Focus on what you can control. Visualize challenges. Embrace discomfort and find gratitude in every moment. These simple yet powerful habits will change your life. They will make you stronger, wiser, and happier. They will help you unlock your mind's true potential. To end with a powerful Stoic quote, let's remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This is the ultimate Stoic secret. When you master your mind, nothing can break you. You become unstoppable, unshakable, and truly free. Thank you for joining this journey into Stoicism. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who are looking to unlock their mind's potential. Keep practicing Stoicism, keep growing, and keep becoming the best version of yourself. The power is within you. Unlock it. If you found these Stoic tips helpful, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe for more content like this. Your support means a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.